Let her go, Stone.
Not another step, Barton. Just come with me. We can find out what happened.
The idea for Metal Storm came from, it actually spawned from an online film competition. And the online film competition was for us to create a superhero short film within a 3-week time span. The camera that we used for Metal Storm was the DVX-100A. It's the first camera that I ever bought. It's the only camera that I owned at the time. The entire crew was all people from actually from my church, so we had very little experience with proper equipment, so we used a lot of work lights from the hardware store. It was almost guerrilla style because I didn't know any better, and certainly the friends I pulled from church didn't know much about what they were doing either. Metal Storm was edited in Final Cut Pro, might have been 3 or 4 at the time. We did what I felt was a heavy color correction process. I learned a lot about color correction through doing Metal Storm. The music was an interesting story because we actually had 2 brothers from a Christian college in South Carolina drive up to Ohio and live in my house for a week while they scored this. What I still believe is a very complex score for the short film that worked out to every beat in the movie. I had a lot of help in the editing because I knew very little about editing films since I had never done it before. So Dan Welsh, who was an actor in the film, was very, very helpful in helping me get the feel for what the edits should be and how they should feel in the pacing. And we actually had a few special effects shots that we worked in. I actually had help from a guy in Chicago who found us online through the competition, the online competition, and he wanted to help out with some special effects. So we had a lot of people collaborating. Well, the biggest surprise to me in the production of Metal Storm was how long it took to do everything. This was my first film, and I thought, wow, 3 weeks to make a 5-minute movie, piece of cake. But it ended up being several long days of shooting, and we were up until the wee hours of the night shooting some of the pieces of it. And it took a huge group effort. And of course, we didn't know what we were doing at the time, so I was very proud of the people that we had working on it. And I guess the thing that I took from it the most was that it was fun and it was something that I wanted to continue doing. Metal Storm was definitely the project that sort of launched me into wanting to do more filmmaking projects in the future. Well, now it's several years later, and when I look back at Metal Storm now, I'm still very proud of what we did with the limited resources and the limited knowledge that we had. I'm very proud with how it turned out. It's a fun little film, and a lot of people have told me that it's still their favorite of the work that I've done. Ridiculous.